Ladies and gentlemen, from the Miami-Dade County Fair Expo Center in Miami, Florida, live on StoneFaces.tv. Our next bout is brought to you by BYB Extreme and BMCHam.com. This is your co-main event of the evening, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds of bare-knuckle boxing in the super featherweight division. The three judges scoring at ringside: Manuel Marquez Jr., John Rupert, and Mark Streisand. When the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, your referee, Wayne Spinola. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the gold trim. He weighed in at 132 pounds. Tonight, making his bare-knuckle debut from the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, here is John the Baptist Birdsong. His opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with the gold trim. He weighed in at 130 pounds. Undefeated in his bare-knuckle career, 1 win, no losses. Originally from Argentina, now fighting out of Cape Coral, Florida, here is Pablo El Killer Caballero.
Right here. Okay, guys. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Any questions? Good. Step back. I'll get you guys started. Here we go.
Let's do this. Let's see if this fight is worth the wait.
You know, Paulie mentioned that 5-pound weight difference, and we'll see right away if Birdsong can use that to his advantage, lean a little bit on Caballero.
Yeah, both of these guys are capable. You can already see the way they're standing, the way they're approaching one another in body language as well, the way they're throwing their punches. The way they're reacting even, you know, you see Birdsong very reactive, and Caballero not losing his positioning even when he's attacking, keeping his balance well.
Birdsong with the right trying to connect. Caballero blocked that one.
Birdsong seems to be the more athletic of the two, and it's giving him a slight advantage here in the early part of the fight.
Quickness, no question, Paulie. An advantage.
But Caballero undeterred. And again, his body language not changing, and he's also keeping his positioning, which could come into play later on.
And he's bringing that left shoulder up high there. He looks very comfortable in that boxing stance.
Oh, there it is, big right hand. And that's what I mean about the positioning. Eventually, you find the home if you keep that positioning. Went to the body there, nice. Birdsong's got to be careful missing those big shots. He's opening himself up for counters. So Caballero's getting a little closer, and he's able to get those counters off good.
Caballero's connected twice. The last 30 seconds of this round.
Very well-matched fight here.
Caballero seems a lot more disciplined. I mean, he's throwing those very tight shots. He brings that arm straight back. So he's ready to shots at any time.
From the other perspective, Birdsong is the more athletic guy, and he's able to, you know, throw some shots from some weird angles. He's got to be careful there. Caballero seems to start having a little bit of a timing on that overhand right anytime Birdsong throws. Birdsong is best off using some feints at this point. Kind of getting Caballero to lean for the overhand right, and then obviously getting him out of position that way. I don't see any feints from Birdsong.
Birdsong's been backing up a little bit here, guys, on the retreat of late.
And what Caballero does really good, he kind of ducks down, the punches come from his hips.
Yep. He's very, very disciplined as far as his stance is concerned, the way he throws his punches. And he's starting to break Birdsong.
That left turned him around.
Got him with the right with the body when Birdsong was kind of staggering awkwardly there.
Birdsong also does some smart things. He aims to the body. He realizes he's got an athletic guy in front of him whose head it may be difficult to catch. So he starts out at the body and then looks to bring it up. See, there he goes again.
There goes a mouth guard.
Big overhand right.
The mouth guard of Caballero's gone.
Let's see if Birdsong can take advantage in the last 10 seconds of the first round.
Best match fight of the night so far.
No doubt about
You
it.
guys know how to fight.
Really well fought first round.
I'm going to give that first round to Caballero. I thought he did the most.
Yeah.
He was very, very compact in his punches.
I thought so too. I thought early on Birdsong had the advantages, but Caballero closed that gap just a little bit as the round progressed and started to land some really good shots. And credit to Birdsong for taking a couple of those overhand rights, because we've seen guys go down from a lot less tonight. And it seems like both of these guys are mentally in the fight as well as physically.
So is that the 5-pound difference? It lets him take that shot a little bit better?
I wouldn't say that, because a lot of guys are going down from shots that barely land too. You know, sometimes the way that bare knuckle feels on your face, it psychologically does something to you. You know, and I think both these guys are in a good place psychologically, where nothing soft is going to break them. You have to land a legitimately good shot, and still they'll probably still fight you.
And Dave, I thought it was smart for Birdsong to lean on Caballero, try to tire him out.
I think he realized he was in trouble toward the end of that first round and needed to get to his corner to recuperate and strategize for round 2. Can it be a second round, guys, tonight? This is great.
Yeah, we had her very early in the night. We had JD Drew and was the President Jefferson, right? We had him and then go to the third round. They took a lot of damage.
But these guys are technicians, and
Caballero has more of an idea of what he wants to do. It seems at this point Birdsong is trying to walk him into some kind of trap, but is running out of ideas. He's kind of just moving, and he's getting broken.
he staggered once to begin the round. He's knocked over.
And you look at Birdsong, that wide stance, Paul. How can you get your power in that?
Well, you know what it is? Because he's more focused on moving around at this point. In the fight, I think mentally he's being broken a little bit at a time. Caballero, you can just tell. I mean, first of all, those guys from South America, Central America, very hard to break them mentally. They're always fighters. Good shot.
Catches him again. Birdsong down again for the second time in the second round.
And he's just walking him down, walking him down.
And even if you get up, you got to ask yourself, do you want to continue against this guy? Because he's not going anywhere.
Over.
And Birdsong has been counted out.
El Killer gets the job done tonight in Miami.
Very impressive. And you know what? Good respect given to each other as well. Like you were saying earlier, but he would get a room, right? They go in there, they hug each other, pick each other up. But you know what? Very well matched fight. You know, this was the best matchup of the night. Both of these guys showed good capabilities. Caballero really impressed me. But Birdsong, not a slouch himself.
And you see that stance, Paul. It was so tight.
Yeah.
So tight, because
very disciplined. Even the way he was throwing his punches, he knew not to throw from too far away. He knew what punch to throw at what distance. And when he was close, when he was too far, he knew to aim for the body first. That way, just in case he missed, there'd at least be something there on the torso before he brought him to the head. When he got really close, he let his overhand right go at the right time. He never threw that overhand right from too far away. He threw it when he was close. And his positioning and his choice of both punches and distance eventually was what broke down Birdsong, because Birdsong was just using his athleticism, which eventually stopped working. You have to have some substance behind that athleticism, and the things he did land early on were not affecting Caballero at all. So all of a sudden he had to find himself trying to figure out other ideas, and he had none. So he started moving more and more and more. In the second round, you talked about his legs were wide apart in his stance because he was moving so much. You know, he was running out of ideas, and his only answer was move. But unfortunately, in the Trigon, if you're fighting in there looking for room to fight, they're looking for room to run. There is no room to run. And so eventually, the same shots that were landing in the first round got him out in the second round, because just the consistency broke him mentally.
Let's take a look at the first knockdown, then the second, that got Caballero to the win in the second round here tonight.
And watch the way Caballero's so patient, he just walks him down.
Position, nice position, nice position. A little bit of a right hand. I was thinking more so he's broken mentally. The first knockdown, he had been hit harder tonight. I think he's just broken mentally. He doesn't know where to go. There is not a lot of room in there. First of all, the mental pressure will fatigue you, and there's a lot of mental pressure in a place like this. There's a lot of mental pressure anywhere in fighting when you run out of room, but this place that gives you no room at all, the mental pressure will fatigue you faster, and you saw that a lot tonight with a lot of these guys just just kind of going down. And I think this happened to Birdsong as well. Now that we're looking at the replays, he didn't take anything clean in these knockdowns, but in the first round, he did take some good shots. And you could see Caballero, Birdsong knew that Caballero was getting closer and closer and closer, and it was just a matter of actually being counted out. Do I want to get up and face this again? It's not about that he was hurt, I don't think. It's more about, I don't need him, I don't need this in my life. I don't want to get up and face this again.
And he didn't. Let's confirm it with Bob Alexander.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Miami-Dade County Fair and Expo Center in Miami, Florida, your referee in charge, Wayne Spinola, calls a halt to the bout at 1 minute, 25 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by TKO, still undefeated, Pablo El Killer Caballero.
Again, a well-matched fight, though. You know, both guys showed a lot of capabilities. The best matchup for me of the night.
I'm with you. A couple technicians out there, good fighters.
I'm gonna say, wow. You know, when you first came down to the gym that we have in Doral, I seen how you were shifting around. Even when the ambulance had to return, you never stopped moving, you know? And guess what? That's the same thing that I seen when you was there.
My fight started when I stepped the ring, you know?
Now, listen, I seen that you are steamrolling your opponents, right? You're like a little ball of energy that cannot be stopped. What's next for you, and who do you want in the Mighty Trigon?
I don't know, that you told me. And maybe I think you need put a belt for 130 or 125, you know? At class division, I'm the champ here.
Definitely, well, we do have belts that will be given out as of the next fight. But one thing that I do want to say is this. Every time I see you, you're sharper and sharper. Also, ladies and gentlemen, before the night is concluded, when you look to your right, we have a station. You can go and you can get pictures and signed autographs with all of your fighters, including myself, following the main event. Pablo, it's always a treat to see you perform. Can't wait to see you come back. Make some noise for your winner by TKO, Pablo.
Thank you.